If you were a real man, or a real man would, how many of us have heard that statement or some variation of it? If you were a real man would XYZ. How many of us have heard some variation of that statement? I know I've heard that several times, right? And the challenge with that is twofold. Number one, it's set to shame, embarrass, and emasculate you and guilt you, right? So it's not coming from a place of sincerity. It's coming from a place of shame and guilt, humiliation, emasculation. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem, okay? The second thing is what comes after it is never really about you. It's about the needs and the wants of someone else. That's why I made this graphic for it today. If you were a real man, are being emasculated with shame and guilt? Are they being emasculated with shame and guilt? And how do men recover from trauma? This is what we're going to talk about today. And this is why I believe that it's important to talk about it, because I just experienced something very traumatic, right? And you're looking at a man who's recovered. Not only do I have new things going and new ideas, but it didn't stop my business, because I built a business that's isolated from something happening to me where it can still run. I built it in a segmented way. So I'm going to tell you guys about all of that, but I want to get started on what we're going to be talking about today. David Shakur said, what would you have done if you didn't have the resources? I would have done exactly what I'm going to tell you about in this live today, okay? Now, I have heard this many times. Well, if you were a real man, you would be paying my full rent. A real man would pay all of my bills. A real man would treat his stepkids or my kids like they were his own. A real man would do this. A real man would do that. And I'm like, I'm listening to you, but what I'm hearing is you trying to manipulate me into doing something that you want me to do. And if you guys want to come into the live, just line up. I'll bring you in. Let me set the table. Let me set the table first, right? Let me set the table first. Jay said, who you been dating? Maybe it's something wrong with your life. How many men in this live, raise your hand if you've ever heard a woman say some variation to you of if you were a real man or a real man would? Raise your hand in this live. I want to show you something, Miss Lovely J. Raise your hand. If you're a man in this live and you've ever been heard from a woman say, if you were a real man or a real man would, raise your hand, please, in this live. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. It's not just me who's heard this. I've heard people say this to my uncles, to cousins, to friends, to other people, right? I've heard this many times. I've heard this, and Jaha said, y'all might want to stop looking for women in strip clubs. Jaha, it's not the women in the strip clubs that are saying this. It's the women that we meet in everyday life. You can meet a woman at Target, get her number. Hey, love, how you doing? I'm Don. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, I'm Courtney, blah, 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 blah. You go on date one, and Courtney is asking you to pay her rent. You say, well, this is our first date. We're just getting to know each other. Well, a real man would know that a woman has bills and would take care of them. I don't think, Jaha, that you really understand from the standpoint of men what's happening in the dating world. And it's a lot happening in the dating world. And we're going to be very, very upfront and exclusive about this. We got women who are asking us for money to get their hair and their nails done before we take them on a date. Before. We haven't even taken them on a date and they're asking that. Okay? We have women that we meet in church. My homie just met a woman in a new church that he just went to. And was like, well, you need to have a giving spirit if you want to be with a woman like me. If you were a real man of God, you would do X, Y, Z. So this is not something that's just coming from what you guys would think are women of the night. This is coming from a lot of women, and a lot of men have experienced this, right? A lot of men have experienced it. So we want to talk about it. And then you get somebody like Miss Lopez. Men need to date what they can afford. What they can afford? You're calling women a thing? They're not a human being with feelings and emotions and a soul? What they can afford? What they can afford. That is the most asinine thing that anybody could say. What they can afford. No, men need to start dealing with women who are positive, who are kind and considerate, who are reciprocal, and who are willing to follow their lead. They need to start dealing with the quality of women that can help them build businesses and great lives with support and love and kindness and good words. Okay? This whole ideology of dating a woman that you can afford, doesn't that make women 304s? If you tell me date a woman that you can afford, then I can buy you. Not many men want a woman long term that you can buy. Those women are rented or leased. You have fun and you send them on their way. Those women are not women for long term relationships and building up things in life. That's not what that's for. I just want to be very clear with that. I want to be very clear with that. Women who say men date the woman you can afford, I'm going to tell you something very clearly, gentlemen. If a relationship is about buying a woman that you can afford, you probably don't need her. You probably should go and find someone that's saying, what can we do together? It's pretty simple. Because usually the women who are saying that are poor. Usually the women who are saying that are poor. They can't afford anything themselves. They want you to buy what they can't afford. So they're making demands on you and they can't afford it. So they're making, which is insane. Okay. It would be like me saying real men need to, only real men buy Benzes. Real men buy Benzes, S-classes. And I can't afford to get a Benz in S-class. That would be hypocrisy. And that's what it is, hypocrisy. Lopez said, I have more than you times 10. If you believe that to be the case, Lopez, congratulations. May God go with you. But guess what? You're in my life. Nobody's in your life. So you must be here to understand something that you don't know. And you don't have to say bye to us. You can just leave. You don't need to say bye. We won't miss you. We won't miss you. Now, let's get to what we're talking about. If you were a real man, are men emasculated with shame and guilt tactics? I had a guy that has been on multiple trips with me who I've seen him pull beautiful women. He met a girl on a trip, not with me, somewhere else. He had went locally to visit family lately. And this girl was like, I want you to take me here. I want you to buy me this. I want you to do this for me. I want this. I want this. And he said, that's a lot. What do I get in exchange? And she told him companionship. And he sent it to me and he said, well, Don, what should I do? And I said, you should block her and just move on and enjoy your life. You're about to go on a trip back to Rio, Brazil. You've had the time of your life, and now you're going to go back again. Block her or move on with your life. One of the biggest things of why shame and guilt can be used against men is because they entertain it. I don't entertain it. If you're going to say, if you were a real man, by the time you get the man, I've already hung up the phone and I'm in the process of blocking you and deleting you. I just don't entertain foolishness. Well, all of the guys that I dealt with before pay for my hair and my nails before we go on a date. I've already hung up the phone with you and I'm in the process of blocking you on everything. I just don't entertain it. If you can't afford to get your hair and your nails done for a date that I'm paying for, then you shouldn't be going on a date with me because you can't even take care of yourself. If you can't take care of you, then you need to focus on being able to take care of yourself before you think about expanding your life with someone else. It's just really that simple. Hey, little mama, it's no disrespect. It's all love. But if you're in such a tight position that you can't get your nails and your hair done to look good for a date, and I'm financing the whole date, and you expect me to do that for you, then you're probably not the type of woman that I should be going out with. I need to date a woman who can afford the basic essentials that she needs in life. Period. What up, Kate? Welcome into the chat. If you're so poor that you can't afford the basic essentials that you need to make yourself look presentable for a date, then you're probably not the type of quality woman that I need to be dating. I need to be dating somebody else. What up, Sino? Now, here is the first problem that I really want to discuss with men that you guys are having a hard time with. You're having a hard time saying no. No is one of my favorite words when it comes to the early stages of talking to or dating any woman. No is one of my favorite words. Pretty much everything that she's going to ask at the early stage is no first. And she's got to get to a place where that no goes to a yes, right? But I'm not mean and I'm not vengeful with it. It goes a little something like this. Hey, baby, I saw these nice shoes that I wanted to get for our date. I want to look really cute for you. They only cost about $300. Can you send me that in Cash App or Zelle that to me? This is how my no goes. You know what? Taking care of women that I am in a relationship with or in a marriage with or engaged to is something that I love to do. I really enjoy taking care of those women. But we're not there yet, love. This is our first date, and we're trying to get to know each other. So the answer is not yes, it's not no. It's not right now. We'll see where it gets. We'll see where we get to. Now, her asking for that might change my mind completely about going on that date. Depending upon how I feel, I may cancel that date. Because again, it's my money to spend, and I don't like that whole situation. Will said, I would answer, get the F out of here. Nah, Will, you're a better human than that. See, here's the thing. When somebody asks something ridiculous of you, the way that you keep your frame and your dignity and respect and your power as a man is not by insulting them. It's about beating them with your intellect and holding the high ground. You don't need them. They need you. So why say, get the F out of here, when you can say, we're not at that place yet, love. Hopefully we'll get there, but we got to get there. I do beautiful things for my family, for the women that I am involved with, for my fiance, for my wife. We're not there yet. Don't let anybody see you get out of character and out of control and out of frame in public or when they're talking to you. Somebody said, would you say no need to get dressed or overly dolled up? No. Say, I'm sure whatever you're going to wear is going to be lovely and I'm going to love it. I'm sure whatever you're going to wear is lovely and I'm going to love it. Keep your frame. Keep your dignity. Keep your level. When I had my situation in Medellin, they was looking for me to be what they needed me to be. They wanted me to cuss and scream and yell and shout and threaten and go in. I was calm. I was like, oh, we're going to check your bags. Absolutely. Go right ahead. Can we check your phones? Absolutely. Go right ahead. I got nothing to hide. I'm a legitimate businessman here. Here's my card. I have 6 citizens of your country who are employees of me. I have professional references that can vouch for me. Go right ahead. You keep control of the situation by not letting somebody else push your emotions to do something stupid. You don't allow them to use guilt, shame, or trying to push your buttons to make you look foolish because you know the context of it, of what's happening. Other people don't know the context of what's happening. So they're going to have you yelling and screaming and going, rah, rah, rah. They're going to have you looking like a fool. And that's what people are going to see. And then you're going to have to explain to them what happened. It won't be no explaining in terms of you flying off the handle if you just maintain your manly form. Just maintain. Dallas said, have you ever been taken advantage of by a greedy woman? Yes, I have. I learned from it and I moved on and I didn't let it happen again. I was talking to one of my good friends today and he was like, why does it seem like I meet these women, things are going good, and then I'm generous, I look out for them, take care of them. Hey, baby, I thought you might like this. Hey, baby, I'm going to send you some food. And then all of a sudden they start changing. They didn't change. That's who they always were. A lot of men, we think that women changed. They didn't. That's who they always were. But we didn't do the necessary work up front to expose who they really were. And because we didn't do that necessary work, all of a sudden we were surprised. What's the necessary work? You don't just give and give and give and give and give and give and offer and offer and offer and offer. Trust and gifts are built over a course of time where you're getting intrinsic value from that woman. Trust is built over a period of time where you get intrinsic value from that woman. What's intrinsic value? Hey, baby, I saw that you do lives every day. If you ever need me to make some graphics for you, I can. I'll come into your live and I'll tap the screen. Let's say if you work a hard job and you have to have lunch and stuff. Hey, love, I can pack your lunch for you. Bring it by your job. You do good things for women that do good things for you outside of intercourse. No woman gets nice things done for them in my life because we have intercourse. Intercourse is enjoyed and shared by both people. It's what they do outside of intercourse that gets me to be more giving to them, right? Like, and sometimes I'll ask a woman to do something for me. Sometimes I'll ask a woman to do something for me. And sometimes I'll see if she's going to offer to do something. And most of the things that men need women to do for them cost women nothing. Cost them nothing. No money is involved. And hey, Moon Goddess, welcome in. And most of the things that women want men to do for them cost men money in some type of way. One of the biggest things that women want from men is attention. Time. Time is the most valuable thing that a man has. We trade our time for money. That's how we earn, right? We earn money. When you go to work, if they pay you $70 an hour, right? And you spent, and a woman wants to talk to you for 2 hours straight about her feelings and what's going on. That was $140. You just spent $140. Time is our most valuable asset. And guess what? As men, we have less of it by 10 years than women. What up, Sky Blue? What up, Julius? Good looking out. We have 10 years less on average. So our time could be said to be more valuable simply because we get less of it. Right? So at the end of the day, one of the things that you can say to women as a man is, love, my time is so valuable. It's precious to me. So I want to make sure that if I'm going to put that into you, that I'm not wasting it. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting it. I want to make sure this is where I want to take us. This is what I envision. I envision us having a situation or a companionship where these things are going to happen. We spend time together. We're intimate with each other. We're this, we're that. We do these things with each other. Is that something that appeals to you? And if she says yes, great. If she says, no, I'm not really with all of that, I'm celibate right now, be like, well, then I'm going to have to pull back because I want to invest my time with women that want the same things that I want. It's really that simple. One of the mistakes that men make is they get all up in arms. They cuss women out. They go crazy. You won't find Don P doing that shit. I handle it very calmly, very coolly. It's like, okay. I was like if a woman says, well, you know, Don, I'm celibate right now, or I'm abstaining right now. I'd be like, you know what? I think that that's amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not. So if that changes, you have my information. But for right now, I can't invest my time in that. I'm a man. I want to be intimate with the woman that I'm dating. If that's something that you're taking off the table, that's totally your right. I respect it. You have my information. You have my number. If that changes, reach out to me. It's really that simple. Reach out to me. You guys don't have to go in with a bazooka for everything. When a scalpel will do. You don't have to throw every relationship and every situation, interaction into turmoil. It don't have to be turmoil. It don't have to be. It doesn't have to be this fight. You don't have to have that. You are in control of the situation because men lead relationships. Men lead relationships and they lead dating situations. So lead. And you lead with calmness and direction. And and I'm gonna be very clear with you guys. If a woman doesn't want to follow your direction, there's nothing that you can do with that woman. Let her go on about her business. If a woman is like, hey, Creole Cutie Pie, good to see you, love. Hey, Malibu, good to see you. If a woman is like, well, sometimes I'm just gonna go off and sometimes I'm gonna cuss you out. Sometimes I'm gonna put my hands on you, yell and scream at you. Be like, love, you can't do that with me. I'm not everybody else that you've dealt with. I wouldn't do that to you because I respect you. If that happens one time, then we'll have to part ways. We'll have to part ways. I'm sorry. I cannot be in the presence of someone that would talk to me like that, who would treat me like that, or put their hands on me. That's not the type of relationship that I want to be in. Top Cat, what up? Good to see you. I don't want to be surrounded by that. So what I'm saying to men is, number one, you guys got to learn how to say no. I mean, you can say, no, love, I'm not going to do that for you. In that way. Or you can say it in the way that I say it, where it's like, I would love to get to a place like that with you. We're not there yet. And if we do make it to that place, absolutely, I'll be happy about that. Absolutely. But we're not there yet, love. So it's not yes, it's not no, it's not right now. This is how you do things, where you have the moral high ground and you stay in control. Because I'm going to tell you, if you cuss her out, go all crazy, she's going to see that you're not really in control. She can say one thing to you, and now you're cussing, yelling, and screaming and calling her names. You got to be in control. And the way that you be in control is by being calm and being a leader. It's like, listen, love, we're not gonna do that. Sip Wisdom said, you blew up the spot in Colombia. No, I didn't. If you think that I blew up the spot in Colombia, then you don't know what you're talking about. I know that I have more information than you. I know that this wasn't about me. This is about something else. So if you believe that, believe it. It doesn't matter to me what you believe. It doesn't change me living in beautiful sunny California, and I'm gonna jump in this Benz when I get off here and go to Chipotle and get me a bowl. It doesn't change anything about that. It doesn't. And also, I haven't been banned from Colombia. For you guys that didn't know, I wasn't arrested in Colombia. They found no evidence of nothing in Colombia on my phones or my bags. I wasn't charged with a crime. None of that. When I came back to the United States, there was no issues. I came right back in. I have attorneys in Colombia right now working on that particular situation. I have attorneys going and pulling from Migration whatever they say that they had, because they wouldn't show it to me even though I asked, and we'll go from there. We're not going to worry about that type of stuff. Sip Wisdom said, I'm not saying you committed crimes, I'm saying you were too loud. Well, then you scurry around like a rat in the dark. I'm a man. I don't scurry around like a rat. I don't have to be quiet about the things that I do because I don't do illegal stuff. So if you want to creep and crawl like a burglar in the night sneaking into a window, you do that. I'm a grown man. I don't sneak. I don't creep and crawl. I say what I'm going to do out loud and I go do it. You don't want me there? There's plenty of other people that hit me and said, come to our country. Bring that business over here. I'm not a rat, guys. I'm not a person that's just, oh, we got to do this. We got to be really quiet. I run businesses. I advertise my businesses. You don't want my business? I'll take my business where it's wanted, where it's appreciated. There's two types of passport bros out here. Covert passport bros. That's Sip.Wisdom 3. He's covert. He's covert. He don't want anybody to know anything. And then there's overt passport bros. I'm overt. I'm not trying to be covert. I'm going to tell you, I'm coming to do this. This is what I'm going to do. And that's that. That's that. If you think that I blew up the spot in Colombia, you need to go check the Migration website. You will see that I didn't blow up the spot in Colombia. This is political. It's political. Has nothing to do with anything that has anything to do with me. I just had a big social media following, period. But I'm not a rat. I'm not a creeper crawler. I don't wear shiesty masks. I'm a sneak in the back door. I don't do business that way. I do my business in the light of day because I'm a legitimate businessman. You're letting them use black men as the poster boards for this. You're not very smart if you believe that. You're not very smart. You're not very smart. And you clearly haven't gone to the Migration Facebook page or the Migration Instagram page. Go to their page and see that first. Do your research first, brother. Respectfully. I've been paying myself with my businesses for the last 25 years. I'm good at business. I'm good at what I do. And I'm never going to put myself in a position where I can't advertise what I do in business, because then you look guilty. Whenever your business is not legitimate enough to be advertised in public, you're guilty of something. You're doing something you don't supposed to be doing. Period. And if I can't advertise my business in your country legitimately, then I don't want to. I'm good. If I can't throw a party that's free, the party was free, I'm good. Sip Wisdom said, you were as flamboyant as the red beard white guy that pissed the locals off. So what? The world is a big place. I've been to Colombia dozens of times. I got many other places that want me to come in. So what? So what? Why would I care about what other people think about me? I care about what I think about me. I care about what the people who love me think about me, what my family thinks about me, what the people that my supporters think about me. Why would I care about somebody who's upset that I'm paying their countrymen more in 1 week than they make in an entire month? Why would I be upset about hearing from them? I got 6 people that work for me in Medellin, Colombia. I have 13 guys on a trip there right now as I'm talking. And those people that work for me are going to make more from me in this 1 week than most Colombians make in an entire month. In an entire month. So why would I care? And thank you for bringing this up, because that brings me to my next point of what we're talking about when we're talking about if you were a real man. If you respond and let that move you, if you respond and let that make you make a bad financial decision, that means you care too much about what other people think about you. That's what that means. You never get anything done of greatness in this life if you care about what other people think about you. So many men in here got good business ideas. You got opportunities. You got things that you can profit from, but you're too worried about what other people think. So you never do it. Yeah, man, I got this idea with such and such, such and such. I got this thing. I could sell them. But you're concerned. Well, my friends might see me and say, man, what you doing? That'll never be successful. That'll never be successful. You listening to other people takes away your passion for what you're supposed to be doing to be successful. Oh, I really want to start a food truck. I got this idea for hot dogs. Ah, man, that ain't gonna ever work. Nobody ain't gonna buy no food truck, no go to no hot dog food truck. Now, you don't listen to what other people said. And now that person then took away all your joy and took away all of your belief in what it is that you believe in and what you was gonna do. How you gonna let some other dude or other person sap your joy? That's what this is. They're just doing it in a different way. Of course, some people don't want you to be successful because they never went after their dreams. Of course, they're going to zap your energy and zap your drive so you can stay right now at that warehouse job with them. Wisdom said, are you saying there's nothing that you could have done differently? Absolutely not. I'm a man who's a human. I make mistakes, but I didn't do anything wrong and I didn't do anything illegal. Could I have done some things differently? Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll evaluate and we'll make adjustments. But what we don't do is let people steal our drive, our joy, and our ideas and our go-get-itness. We're going to go get it regardless. Of course. One of the biggest things when you have any setback is self-evaluation. You look at what you did right, you look at what you did wrong. But here's the thing to keep in mind, Sip Wisdom. 13 guys there right now, all paid, covered by a staff. That staff is good at what they do. The business rolls on. I'll be booking trips from now until Colombia closed their border. The business was never built for me. It was built to exist with me or without me. What if I got sick? Same scenario. If I got sick and I can't go on the trips, there you go. I built a business for success long-term where I can sit on the beach in Cali. Hey, man, how things going? Oh, yeah. Here's all the people that are going ATV riding tomorrow. Here's all the people that's going to go out to pay. Businesses are only successful long-term when you can step away and they can still run. If your hand and your feet got to be in every portion of your business, you're going to wear yourself out, and pretty soon the business is going to fall apart. I'm not going to lose money. I'm not going to lose money. My trip's still going. Nobody can stop you guys. And this is what I want to impart to the men and women who are listening to me today. You can make something successful through sheer willpower. When you don't have enough money, when you don't have enough fame, when you don't have enough followers, when the world is against you, when you don't have enough supporters, you can make things successful with sheer willpower. The power of your will can overcome a lot of obstacles. And most men don't even tap into it. You know why? Because you got somebody say, if you was a real man, you would just take that job at Amazon and forget about this stupid dream. If you was a real man, you would stop playing the game trying to be a gamer or a streamer. If you was a real man, you would go and take that job with the city. If you was a real man, I want to say something to men. You deserve to be happy. A lot of you guys don't believe that you do. You got the money, the knowledge, the power, the foresight to do something great. And you would be happy doing it. But you don't do it because you don't even believe you deserve happiness. That's why I started doing these trips, to give men happiness. Walking up steps and go out to pay. Taking a boat ride on the ATVs, partying, having a good time, connecting with other people. We, as men, are not just beasts of burden. We're not just someone to be whipped into provide, protect. Gimme. Can I have a piece of poom poom, ma'am? When I say so. That's not who we are, man. We're not beasts of burdens, man. We're human beings with dreams, aspirations, thoughts, and feelings, man. Nobody can break me, gentlemen and ladies. I can't be broken. I sat in a room in Miami, and I came up with what might be the most brilliant idea that I've ever come up with. A few people, special people, are going to get a chance to be a part of it. But when you guys see me roll it out, you're going to say, oh my God, this dude done stepped it up 10 notches. I came up with what might be the best idea I've ever had. And bear in mind, in my lifetime, I have built 2 multi-million-dollar businesses. I know that this will be a third. I know. And this is the most incredible idea. And how do you know an idea is incredible? You can patent it. You can trademark it. You can put a patent on it. And it's going to change the game. And if this idea had existed, I would have known what's up before I ever even jumped on the plane in California. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. Watch it. It's big. What we're going to do is massive. It's massive. And it's going to change the way that anybody travels, whether it's a passport bro or a digital nomad or an expat or an occasional traveler. Nothing like this exists in the world, period. Watch me. It's going to be great. Let me take some callers. We got some people in line that want to come on the show. Let's see who we got. We got this person. Let's see what we got. Doesn't look like they're ready. Okay, we'll keep going with what we're talking about. Somebody else. Who's this? It's Julius. Bring Julius. Julius, my boy, what's going on? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Welcome in. What you got to say on it?
Well, I don't know if you saw what I posted a little earlier because you were making such profound points. You had the room spellbound, captivated. But no, what I wrote was that even Jesus said that if you had the faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, "Be moved and thrown away to the sea," and it would be done. And it throughout my life, it's been amazing what even the smallest little bit of faith can accomplish.
Here's the thing with faith. People will start out with a lot of faith in something, in what they're trying to accomplish. And then at some point, they'll hit a bump in the road. And then that faith starts to waver. And before you know it, if you don't get control back of the reins of your belief in what you're trying to do, you give up on it altogether. You give up on it.
Oh, yeah. There's another little saying in the Bible that not many people know, but it's one of my favorite ones. It says, do not grow weary in doing good. And it recognizes that, and it's one of my favorites because it understands that when you're trying to accomplish a good thing in life, when you're working towards advancement, when you put in work, when you blessing something, when you got an idea, when you have a goal, you're going to encounter adversity.
Absolutely.
It's gonna make you work for it. It's gonna be times you're gonna want to quit. There'll be times you're gonna be sad, exhausted. Right. Now the funny thing about it is that time when you are most exhausted, that moment when you're most ready to give up, that's when your blessing comes.
Right.
You know my friend said, you know you are close to success because you are about to pass completely out. That's how you know your blessing. That's how you know your blessing and your reward is imminent. Because you're about to give up, pass out, and say, I'm done.
Greatness ain't for everybody. It's for the people that want to endure, to get it, to really get it. And what I'm trying to teach the people that follow me is how to follow their dreams, to do things in their life so that they can live the way that they want to live. Yeah. And they can do what they want to do, not what they have to do. I don't want men that follow me to just have to do what they have to do. I want them to be doing the things that they want to do in life.
Yeah, and I hit you with one more verse. Then I won't take up any more of your time today. One more verse, and one of my other favorite verses, again biblical. It says, "The devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour." I don't know if you ever heard that one or not.
Yep.
Now, here's the funny thing about lions. We always think of lions as king of the jungle, strongest animal alive, majestic. Male lions are some of the laziest animals in the entire kingdom. It turns out that 90% of the hunting in a pack is done by the lioness. Way to go, ladies! But no, see, what I was taught was. See, lions are so lazy, but the metaphor that I take from that is that evil in your life and in the world doesn't have to work hard to get you.
Right.
It will just lay there and let you come into its range, but only when you are trying to do good for yourself, when you work it. Now, evil remember, it got a job to do.
Right.
Now, a lot of people are like, why is it that when I'm trying to do good for myself, that's when everything seems to hit? Because that's when evil knows it got a job to do. When you being lazy and just living life, evil just ain't got nothing to do. It'll just let you come. But when you get off yourself,
it'll let you be. Evil mess with the people that are trying to do something special.
Yeah. When you get them trying to work,
the lazy cats.
Yeah. When you get them trying to work and try to accomplish, evil remember it got a job to do.
Yeah.
So
hey, I appreciate you coming on.
All right, have a good day, man.
All right. What's up? What's up?
Yo, what up, Don? Yeah, man, doing great. How are you?
I'm very well. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir, man. I just came in on the tail end of what the guy was saying about how evil comes as soon as you're trying to, you wake up one day, you like, man, I'm gonna go back to school, man. I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to get to the gym. Then all of a sudden, you got some ex hitting you up, one of your homeboys hating on you. Oh, why are you going to the gym? Why are you waking up so? Why are you trying? So I'm just like, yo, listen, I felt that in my soul. Evil takes a nap when you sleeping, but when you up, that's when it's like, oh shit, I do got a job to do. I got to stop this man from bettering himself. Right. So yeah, I just want to speak on that right quick.
That's strong, man. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you speaking on it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We have to, and guys, what my content is about really is showing men that you can achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. And a part of the way that men open their mind is traveling the world. Because when you travel the world, you have a different perspective. You see different people of different cultures live in different ways, right? You have to understand that I need to look at things from the opposite side, right? If I have one view, right? If I have one view, I can't see things that are around me. I need to look from multiple sides. It's very important to get out in the world and go travel. I see you, Zero, in the thing. Here's another thing, okay? So I just experienced a traumatic situation in Medellin by being denied a visa. Not because of me or the lies that they put up and told or the craziness of the videos that were made. It was traumatic for me because I knew that I had a lot of guys that was looking forward to spending some time with me there. And I was looking forward to spending time with them and doing things that we were going to do together. ATV riding, go out to pay. We had so many things planned, right? But when someone sends you to a traumatic situation or you go through a traumatic situation as a man, even if you fall, I didn't do anything wrong, but let's say you did. And let's say you fall. Let's say you make a mistake, right? Let's say you lose the love of your life. Let's say you get cheated on. You lose a business. You run into a divorce. Bad things happen, right? It is easy to lay down. And it is easy to just say, you know what? I'm going to lay low. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to try to let this whole situation blow over. It's easy to do that. That's really simple. That's really easy. All you got to do that is to do nothing. But that's not really you taking control of your life. You're giving someone else the narrative. You're going to let them frame your life. You're going to let them frame what happened. You deserve to defend yourself and you deserve to have your voice heard and your story heard. And this is what I did. And I'll give this to you guys because it works. The first thing that you got to do is do self-evaluation. That's the first thing. More than anything, when you lose a job, lose a woman, say you get locked up, say you make a bad financial decision, a bad investment, whatever. The very first thing that you got to do first is do a self-evaluation. Okay? Where are we? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? If I could go all the way back in time and do it over, what would I change? Now, you might say, Don, Monday morning quarterbacking ain't going to help you. Yes, it will. Because you will remember that when you get to the next spot. When you face the same situation again and you go back and you be like, oh, I would have done that. I would have done it differently. I'm going to do it different this time. That's your first goal, self-evaluation. Your second goal, not letting the narrative control you, controlling the narrative. How do you control a narrative? You got to have a platform to do it. I'm controlling the narrative because I immediately said, hey, I was denied entry. Here's what happened. This was what did not happen. I put it on the record, right? And then I made more videos about it. And then guess what? I've set up a press tour. I'm going to be on multiple major channels all over the place. I got an attorney who's going to put me on TV in Colombia and do radio there, et cetera, and we'll take care of that there. But on this side, I have more work to do. So you can let people frame a situation if you want, or you can say, well, that's not accurate. That's not true. This is what actually happened, right? That's the second thing. Don't let someone else frame you. You set the frame yourself. And then the third thing you do is you figure out how you can take what everybody meant for your destruction and turn it into something for your good. There's always a way. My brother, who I love dearly, told me, Eric Bischoff said it, brother, chaos creates cash. Chaos creates cash. I thought about that for 2 days in a hotel room in Miami. And my brother don't know how that statement helped me. Chaos creates cash. The Art of War is an important book that I think that every man should read, right? And you're always at war, especially if you are a black man in America. You're at war. You have to understand your opponent and your enemy. And you have to understand how to take what they think is their major weapon against you and use it to your advantage. And I figured that out. You have to understand how to take a situation that was meant for your destruction and turn it into a cash cow for you. And I figured that out. And y'all going to be seeing it pretty soon. So you got to remember those three things, and you can come out on the other side much stronger than you were before. Chaos creates cash, guys. And you got to understand how to create that cash. Hey, guys, let's get the 50,000 likes in the room. Tap the screen. And let's also hit the Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. We need 20 donations today. And I always tell you guys where my donations are going to. My donations right now is going to help me fight these false allegations and the lies. It's going to my defense fund. So just so you guys are clear, I'm fighting a battle in Medellin. I got attorneys there, and I got attorneys in America that I'm fighting a battle with because my ex-wife came and said she wanted to take my daughter away from me for lies and things that are not true. So I'm going to be in a serious custody battle. So support the show, hit the Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle, and support the show because I'm going to fight on every level. I'm going to fight. So if you want to help me fight, hit the Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle, and support me. Let's see who we got in the chat. My boy Zero. Zero, go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Don P? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, brother. How you?
Oh, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Just strategizing next move, and told you about in the next few years I'm an expat and get the hell up out this country. It is what it is.
I totally understand that. I totally understand that.
But
Letitia, hold on a second. Let me respond to something. Letitia said, "I'm really sorry to hear that. I have a question, but I thought you had paper. I can't use company money, Letitia, to fight a personal case, but I can use donations. I pay myself a small salary. I can't use company money to fight personal cases. That's called commingling of funds. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's super illegal.
That's very illegal. So I always pay myself a small salary. I don't need to live off much. I don't need much to live off of. But my company is what the powerhouse is, right? And if people are smart, that's what they would do, right? Is put their money into their business and then pay yourself a small salary. That way your tax burden is lower and you move on that way. So Letitia, I can't use company funds to fight personal battles. So I hope that answers that. Go ahead, Zero.
Yeah, my first comment is not really on the topic, but general. Look, a lot of you motherfuckers need, not could, not should, you need to master basic grammar in English before you go commenting.
Hey, I had a hater hit me today, right? And he said, "Oh, I heard you got in trouble. That's what you get. Karma is a B," and he spelled karma wrong.
Oh God!
And I responded to him, and I said, "What's karma?" I was like, "What's karma? CORMA. Karma." I said, "First of all, I'm not in trouble. I didn't get arrested." I said, "Second of all, if you're going to send a bad message, you need to learn how to spell the word karma. This is how it's spelled. Karma." He told me, oh, korma is a bee. I was like, what's korma? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
I don't know what korma is.
I ain't never heard of that. Look, y'all motherfuckers need to put Hooked on Phonics on Klarna or Afterpay or some shit. Like you do them clearance Gucci sandals up in Cabazon, California. Don't act like I don't see you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kate said Carmax, caramel. Caramel. Hey, that boy spelled it korma. Corma. I was like, what's korma, man? What's korma? Yeah, but
Is
hey,
that lip balm that motherfuckers be using? I don't know. I use Burt's Bees.
Carmex. Hey, that's what you get. Carmex a bitch. That's why your lips chapped. Carmex a bitch.
Hey, I use Burt's Bees myself. So, you know.
Hey, Sino said Caramex. Hey, but I did want to say thank you for something. Hey, guys, I was in my hotel room and Zero hit me. And I was kind of laying on the bed, TV wasn't on. And I was just kind of thinking about what happened and everything, going over everything, kind of going through a process. And Zero was like, hey, bro, if you need to talk, I'm here. And I hit him and we had a really good conversation. Likewise, Tone hit me. A lot of you guys hit me. Julius hit me. A lot of guys hit me. And, y'all messaged me. And, I'm going to tell you something. If y'all need me to have your back, I got y'all back. It's really that simple because I saw who had my back doing this. DJ Charlie Earl. It was a lot of you guys that had my back, man. Y'all sent me words of encouragement, a lot of you guys. And you don't even know how much I appreciate that. That was the best gift that I've ever had because going through that process was silly and it was frustrating and it was agitating because you guys got to understand, I knew that I had people that were going to jump on this like it was the truth without doing any research or seeing it. If I had done the things that they accused me of doing there, there's no way they would have let me out of that country. And if they did let me out of that country, I would have got taken into custody on this side. On this side. It doesn't work that way. So at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported me because I really appreciated you guys. And that made me understand that I have quality people that I've met, man. When I went through my divorce, I didn't have many people to support me. Blue, you hit me. Thank you so much. Andre said, you are in the news from Medellin, Colombia, that you were deported. I wasn't deported, guys. Hey, thank you, Zero. I'm going to tell this story. I appreciate you coming up, bro. Thank you.
Hey,
We got to talk later.
Absolutely.
I wasn't deported, guys. So they gave me an envelope that they put my passport in, and it had 2 boxes on it. One said inadmissible. The other one said deported, okay? They checked inadmissible. So I asked them, I said, are you deporting me? They said, no, you're not being deported. I said, are you banning me from the country for forever? They said, no, you can come back again in another 30 days. And I was like, well, I don't really believe that. They didn't put anything in my passport. They didn't give me any paperwork. And I said, well, why are you denying me entry? And they said, because you're famous. And I was like, so I'm not famous, first of all, but what would that have to do with it? Well, we got some reports and we don't like your social media. I was like, well, I made the social media in the United States of America. We have First Amendment rights there. Does that not exist here? Well, yeah, we just don't like your social media and you're famous. Andrea said that you can't go back to Colombia for 5 years. That's not correct. And I have an attorney there in Medellin who's verified that's not correct. That's not correct. The question is not whether I can go back. The question is, do I want to put any effort or money into that economy? Sean said, so what made them clock you? Were they tipped? Yeah, I had some competitors who compete with me for business there that didn't like it and sent them some false allegations. They looked into the allegations and they weren't true. So then they checked my phones, got nothing. They checked my bags, got nothing. But they didn't like my social media. And ultimately, that's why I got denied entry. Andres said, do you want me to send you the link where they're saying that? You don't have to. I have them all, Andres. I have them all. And my attorney has them all. I'm going to let her take care of that. Her and her firm take care of that. I'm going to let them take care of that. Right? That news ain't true. If I had done what they tried to accuse me of doing, I'm going to tell you guys something. I would be locked up. I was never put in handcuffs. I was never arrested. None of that happened. I don't have a criminal record. They held Rampage Jackson for 3 hours. They held Rampage Jackson for 3 hours. Yeah, O'Shea Duke did a story about it. I got a bunch of interviews coming up. I got a bunch of interviews coming up, and I'll do the interviews. But I'm creating something for people to make sure that that doesn't happen to anyone else. I'm creating something for people to make sure that that doesn't happen to anyone else. I need to say thank you to some people. Thank you to Shottown Fox. Thank you to Jay Rhodes. Thank you to my boy Ben. Thank you to my boy Julius. We need 16 more people to hit the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, and support the show. We're going to keep this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get to 50,000 likes. Kids, RS said, so being famous isn't good when entering Colombia. So being famous isn't good when entering Colombia. I don't know. I'm not the type of person that worries about that type of stuff. I just do what I do. I don't worry about where I am. I do what I know is right and what I have to do. Next Travel said, why did you let them take your pictures? I didn't have a choice. That's the process that they wanted to put in place for me to get a plane home. And let me tell you something. They paid for my flight home back to the United States. They paid for it. I didn't pay for it. Y'all understand that? You cannot find a flight from me paying for a flight going from Medellin, Colombia to Miami. They're not paying for your flight if they're deporting you. They're not paying for your flight. So they came in, they gave me an option to go to Miami or Boston. I said, well, I need to go back to San Diego. They said, you can go to Miami or you can go to Boston. I said, well, can I just use my own money? I got money. I could pay to go back to San Diego. No, because we have your passport and we got to walk you to the gate. And I was like, okay, I'll go to Miami because I know people in Miami. Kids, RS said, did you have any legal issues once you got back to America? No, but I got laughed at. CBP agent was like, you back soon? Why'd you come back? I was like, because Medellin wouldn't let me in. He said, what you do, bring too many condoms? And him and all his buddies started laughing at me. I was like, that was a good one, but I don't have any condoms. Right? I was like, I don't have any. I didn't have any problems on the other side. No, because I didn't do anything wrong, guys. I didn't do anything wrong. The Real Deal said, question, what made you choose to tell everyone before the news hit? You might have just missed this, but I gave guys 3 things that they need to do when they experience trauma. These are 3 keys. I'm not going to let someone else frame my narrative. I'm going to tell people honestly what happened. The facts. That's why. That's why. Rocha said, how does that even happen without any proof of evidence of wrongdoing? When you're at the border, guys, just letting you know. I'm letting you know, when you're in the United States border or any other country's border, they have a wide range of things that they can do without any suspicions of a crime. Like additional searches, searching your phone, searching your bags. There's a wide toolkit of things that they can do that they might not necessarily be able to do once you're in the country. But you're not in the country. You're at the border. You're at a port of entry, right? You're not in the country yet. Like CBP in the United States are checking phones, cell phones. They're running cell phones. They're looking through them. They're putting them on machines, okay? They're putting them on machines. Now, they wouldn't be able to do that to you without suspicion of a crime or a warrant if you were in the country. But just because you're in a port of the country, you still got to go through CBP. You still got to get through that line. So now, if you're a citizen of America, they cannot deny you entry, period. But they're looking to find things in cell phones like if you were an immigrant and you come in here to illegally work, right? If you had evidence that you was bringing contraband into the United States, right? If you have CP on your phone, right? If you have anything that's pointing to a crime on your phone. Right? My phones have already been checked inside of the United States. They ran them. There was nothing. They sent me my phones back. They ran them in Medellin. They did a manual search. Then they put them on a box. There was nothing. There was nothing. CP is child, you know what? You know the other part of it. It's very illegal. And anybody that does that should be put underneath the prison. Let me get Sean in here. You guys keep tapping up. We're going to get this thing up to 100,000 likes. You guys can ask any questions, bro. I'm an open book. One thing about my platform is I'm always going to be very open and honest. You guys can ask me anything about anything. I'm going to be open and honest. Somebody asked me, why is my ex-wife trying to cause issues with the custody of my daughter? Sometimes in life, people convince themselves that you're the enemy, and anything, whether it's true or not, comes your way. That's just more evidence in their mind that you're the enemy. Right? Now, I'm raising money because I can't use the business money to defend myself. And that's where my stuff is in my business. So I'm raising money to defend myself, and I will get it and I'll defend myself against it. But our divorce paperwork, she knows what it is. She knows that my daughter can't be more than 50 miles away from me. She knows that she can't take my daughter to another country without my permission. She knows that we have a 50-50 custody arrangement. She knows all of these things, right? And I think in many respects, she resents me for being a good dad, because I am a good dad. I'm a very involved dad. And I think she resents me for that. And I think because she resents me for that, this is an opportunity to try to take something away from me that I love dearly and care about it. And she's trying to seize on an opportunity. But we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. Callie said, do everybody go through this screening or just people of suspicion? Callie, I don't think you understand. You don't have to be a person of suspicion to go through screening. I don't think you understand. So I don't think that you guys understand. We're in a different age, guys. When you're traveling outside of the country, you're at a port of entry, okay? This goes for all of you cruisers too, okay? This goes for all you cruisers as well. They no longer need suspicion to search you in customs, okay? They don't need it, guys. It does not matter. And your Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment rights, those rights, if you're not in the country, you don't have those same rights. They can pick you randomly if they want it. And Julia said something very important. When you break a board, don't just break it in the middle. Break the sides as well. And that's what we're going to do. And Kay said, I had to get searched for BOMB powder over my sweater. LOL. They don't play. You should stop wearing them gorgeous, expensive sweaters to the airport. And then you showing up in the airport in a furry sweater with a bunch of shiny stuff on it. Of course they're going to search you. You got a pink, furry, $1,200 sweater. They're going to search you. Look at her. I know it was expensive. Oh, yeah, they're going to search you. So was that they tested my kids and me for explosives coming back from Cuba. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They made you call your son's father? Dang. Yeah, so listen, guys, these things happen, but we're going to get past them and we're going to go to further lengths, right? We got all positive things coming down the pipeline. Thank you, my boy ZF, for supporting the show. Thank you, thank you, Carmine, for supporting the show. Thank you, Sino, for supporting the show. Thank you, Terrell, for supporting the show. Let me see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 11 more people to support the show. And guys, just so you guys know, because I always tell you where these donations are going. These donations are going for me, for my legal defense. Period. My daughter, I got to meet with that attorney tomorrow. She gave me the number that's going to cost me to defend myself for something that I didn't do wrong, when I didn't do nothing wrong. And then also my lawyer, who I meet with again tomorrow in Medellin. Because we're going to deal with the articles and things of that nature too, guys. And those are going to be done by demanding that they issue retractions and that they take the original articles down. That's what we're working on. That's what we're working on. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting. We need 11 more people to support. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm going to say this. I believe in my heart of hearts is that there's a lot of good women in America. I believe that. However, those women have to like you as a man the way that you like them. Everybody ain't bad on no side. All of the men ain't bad, all the women ain't bad. But what men have got to learn is it's 2026 and you can't woo a woman anymore. Women are not going to be wooed. Either they fucking with you or they ain't. Either they like you or they ain't. Or they don't. Either they want to sleep with you or they don't. Either they want to go out on a date with you or they don't. Either they want to call you and FaceTime you or they don't. One of the biggest mistakes where men get emasculated is they are trying to woo a woman in 2026. Jackson, stop farting. I heard you, bro. My dog laying on the floor right here. This dude just farted. Like I wasn't going to hear him. I heard you, bro. Stop farting, man. You're going to have to get out of here. Stop farting. Dude, I'm not allowed to do just laying here like you're chilling. Now he's farting. Come on, bro. Stop, man. Oh, bro, you stink. You stink, bro. Come on, man. Stop with the farting, bro. Come on, man. I told you about it, man. Jeez Louise. This dude stinks. Yeah, you stink. Sitting there farting. God dang, boy, you smell like a grown-ass man. Jesus. Lord have mercy. Woo. Turn on some air. Hey, Google, turn on the air. Turn on some air. Julie said he farting because he's so sad for you. Now we'll do something else. So I want to say this to men because this is important. You cannot woo a woman in 2026, right? You can't. You can't. And you guys are going to have more patience with finding a woman that likes you the way that you like her. I want you guys to understand that. That woman is out there and she's going to come, right? But you guys fixate on a woman. I want her. I got to have her. She ain't paying you no damn attention. Because if women who are paying you attention, it don't take them that long to respond to your text, even if they're at work. Hey, baby, I can't talk right now. I'm in a meeting, but I'm going to call you back in a second. I'll be on my lunch break. You ain't got to text or call that woman all the time if she likes you. She ain't going to, you call her on Monday, say you want to take her to a reggae concert on Friday and take her to get some Jamaican food. And she tells you, oh, I'll get back to you. And she don't get back to you until Thursday night. That woman ain't really trying to mess with you, bro. Kay said, you're right. I tell all three of my boyfriends that. I'm telling you, I'm being as real with you as I can. The only women that I allow to get close to me are the women that really like me. If they ain't really feeling me, then I just don't deal with it. Now, of course, I have to be attracted to them, of course, because I'm not going to wildebeest. And just for you guys that don't know the definition of wildebeesting, is dating someone who's aggressively unattractive or not your type in order just to get the cheeks. And you're too embarrassed and ashamed to take them on real dates, and you don't want your friends or your family to know that you're sneaking over their house, sometimes early in the morning or late at night, but the sun is never out and cracking, having intercourse with them. That's wildebeesting, okay? That's wildebeesting. I refuse to wildebeest. I'm not going to wildebeest. I don't suggest that other men wildebeest, because at the end of the day, it's going to hurt your self-esteem and your personal growth, okay? Just cracking anything that you can crack just because you can crack is a bad idea. That's wildebeesting. That's wildebeesting, okay? And I don't recommend you do that. That's that. I don't do that. What's up, my boy? How do I pronounce your name? Did you mean to come up? Hello? I don't think he meant to come up. I don't think he meant to come up. So that's wildebeesting. I don't wildebeest, okay? I'm not just cracking somebody because that's all that I can get. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not putting myself in that position. And speaking of this, when this whole news broke about Medellin, when this news broke, man, my DMs was flooded with women. Oh, that's messed up what they did. You cool, you sweet. Come lay your head on my lap. Oh, I think you're cute. Blah, blah, blah. It is true that women absolutely love a bad boy. If they think that you're in trouble with the law, for whatever reason, their underwear gets soaking. It's weird. This is the weirdest thing ever, but I just experienced it. I gained more followers. I was getting DMs from beautiful women. It's like, oh my God, Poppy, what can I do for you? Maybe you don't have to deal with. I'm like, what is going on? So I see now why criminals always got chicks. Like, it's something in them. It's something in women that like men who they think are in trouble with the law. And I didn't even get arrested. And it was like that. This was the most insane thing that I've ever seen. It was women that's like in my DMs, they was sending me pictures. I was like, hey, yo, I'm trying to figure something out. You the last thing that I'm thinking about right now. I got a business to run. Tone is funny. Yeah, that was the last thing. So, it was crazy that, I started getting all of these opportunities. Cats was hitting me for interviews. People, it was crazy. And I was like, I'm not really thinking about that right now. All I care about is making sure that the guys who are on flights now coming in, making sure that they're safe and they get in okay. But I will give some advice to men who are going to Medellin, Colombia. Okay? And I'm going to give you this advice, and I want you to take it to heart. You cannot bring condoms. You cannot bring a gift for your girlfriend, even if you've had that girlfriend for years and you have pictures on your phone of her and you with your family and her family. So if you stop and get her something from Victoria's Secrets, or you get female a gift, you cannot bring it. You cannot bring anything sexual, toys, lubricants. You can't bring honey packs. You can't bring even a prescription for ED meds from your doctor. You can't bring wrapping papers, because the devil's lettuce is legal out there, but you can't bring rolling papers. You can't bring rolling papers. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh, your phones. You can't have sexual messages on your phones, even if it's with you and your wife, your girlfriend. You can't have sexual looking pictures, even bikini pictures on your phone. Okay. You can't have, they'll look through your messages, download your messages. Now, bear in mind, they did all of this to me. I didn't have none of these things. Not one. I didn't have not one of these things. Not one. So I'm just letting you know. For all of you guys that are going there, just letting you know what they are looking for. Just letting you know. Now, I heard about one guy who had 100 condoms in his bag. And I was like, what? 100? 100? I was like, bro, 100. Now, some guys are blessed down here, and they might need different sizes or different types of protection. Just letting you guys know, that's very hard to find in Medellin. Just letting y'all know. Jay said, what about flying in the Cartagena or Cali, then a domestic flight into Medellin? That could work, Jay. That could work. But it's no guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee. Somebody said Colombian condoms are terrible. Because I get the sense that because they're a highly Catholic country, that they aren't used a lot. That's what I get the sense of. If you need magnums, you're coming up short. Is it you coming up short or you coming up long? I don't know. Pause. I don't know. Jay said Colombian condoms are terrible. They're dry and tight. And they drop the poom poom. No, I didn't see it yet, Cool Reviews. I'm going to reach out to him, though, because I think I'm going to do an interview with him. Zero said they must not have the domestic market for magnums. They're not needed. We can't sell these magnums. I remember I was at Yarris Park, and there was a woman going around, and she was selling magnums. I'm not sure where she got them from, but she was going around selling magnums. She was going in and selling magnums. The Real Deal said those guys were going in on you in the chat on YouTube for that interview with Razor Rays. I couldn't see the chat, but I answered to the super chats, right? And let me tell you guys something. I want to tell you guys something. If somebody's saying something negative about you can move you in here or move you in here, then you need to reinforce your heart and your mind. I'm going to be honest with men. If you're a man and people saying negative things about you can throw you off your game and move you in here or move you in here, then you need to find a way to put a shield on your heart and your mind. That might be therapy. That might be working on your self-esteem, reading more, coming up with a code that you live by. All of those people, because you got to think about this. Anybody that's saying anything negative about me in a comment section of an interview, they're there to see me. They're there to see me. So what does that say? You took time out of your day to come into this situation to say something negative to me. I must be pretty fucking important in your life. All the while, I could care less what you say negative. I'm here to do an interview and do what I'm doing and moving on. And I want to say this. I do anything that I do in the light of day. I don't do things sneaky. I'm not a sneaky person. I don't believe in that. I don't lie to the women that I deal with. The women will tell you this. I don't lie to them. I don't lie to no women that I deal with, and I don't do things in a sneaky way. So everybody wants me to sneak around like, hey, this is Scooby-Doo, and I'm a cat burglar. Nah, get away from me, poopy man. Get away from me. Get away from me, poopy man. Everybody wants me to sneak around, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're sneaking. They're sneaking around. I'm not sneaking around. I don't do that. Get away from me, poopy man. Get away from me, poopy man. Get away from me. Let's see, who was this? Yeah. Beat grade. I'm going to find who complained about me out in the cool reviews when my attorney gets all the stuff back. You can if you want, Kate. Beat grade. How you doing?
Oh, what's good, fam? I don't know why they let me up. I was just listening
Oh, you weren't trying to come up? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I appreciate you, though, fam. You always spit knowledge.
All right. Thanks, Beat grade. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a second. Let me let him out of the room. Hold on a second. Come on, Jackson. You got to get out. I can't give you attention right now, but after this, we go out in the yard and throw the ball. We're going to throw your new ball. Yeah, they would have zero. I agree with you. So, I want to say a couple more things to men who are dating in America right now. Stop taking things so personally, guys. You guys got to learn how to wipe the dirt off your shoulders and move on. Stop taking it personally. You guys got to understand, no woman is ever truly single anymore. We don't have single women out here. She's messing with somebody. And if she don't like you more than she likes them, she's not going to give you the time and attention that you want. Stop taking it personal, because it's really not personal. It's not a slight to you. She might just want him more than he wants her, but she still got on a dating app because she wants the attention. Stop letting things personally bother you. Stop. Don't let it bother. Okay, baby. Cool. Nice to meet you. And stop doing all of this. Well, can't we just be friends? You're going to get used, and then you're going to get mad. What up, Chi-Town Fox? You're going to get used, and then you're going to get mad. And when you get mad, you're going to make a video, an angry video. No, you don't need to be her friend. She don't want you, brother. It's okay. Everybody gets rejected. It's okay to get rejected, man. Let it go. Okay. Cool. You got to let that stuff go, guys. You got to let that stuff go. Here is the other thing. My dating life got a lot better, and it got a lot easier when I started telling the truth to women. I'm going to tell you guys that again. My dating life got a lot better, and it got a lot easier when I started telling women the truth. I'm going to be honest. If they can handle it, great. If they can't handle it, I understand. But what I'm not going to do is have women calling me a liar and trying to mess up my cars or mess up other things in my home. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get into no screaming match, fighting match. That's just not my thing. I got too many other important business things to do. Okay? If a woman likes you and you tell her the truth, she's going to find a way to deal with you. She might want to put some guidelines and rules in place, but as long as you can accept those guidelines and rules, you stick within them, you'll be fine. Some men are not cheaters. They're just poly. They can love multiple women equally and in different ways at the same time, Not all men are just cheaters. Some of you guys are poly. You love her and you love her. You do for her and you do for her. Some men are just polyamorous. And until you tell yourself the truth about who you are, you're going to always have trouble. Because you always got to remember your lies. I don't have to remember any lies with women because I can tell them exactly where I am. Where you at? Oh, I'm with whatchamacall right now. How you doing, love? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you still going to come through tomorrow? Of course, I'll be there. I told you I was. I'll be there. A lot of you guys, you spend so many lies that it puts you in a situation where all of a sudden you got a woman yelling and screaming and throwing and punches at you. That's insane, man. Just tell the woman the truth. I love you, but I have other women that I care for too. I'm not going to abandon you and I'm not going to abandon them. If you don't want to be a part of that, I respect it, but I'm not going to abandon them and I wouldn't abandon you. Period. And she's always good to see you. And if she can deal with that, then go ahead and have a good life. But if you're going to be dealing with multiple women at the same time, you got to keep your word to all of them. You got to keep your word. If you say you flying out, coming to see her, you got to fly out and come to see her. If you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. That's what holds everything together. Your stableness as a man. You hold the whole situation together with your honesty and keeping your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Remember when her birthday is. Remember when her cycle is. So if she likes chocolate, you can get her some chocolate and some Motrin. You got to be very on top of your game if you want to be that type of man where you're going to have multiple women. Very on top of your game. And if you're not on top of your game, then you probably shouldn't try to do that. It's not for you. Honestly. It's not for you. That's really, that is absolutely the long and the short of it. If you are a person that's not really on top of your game, and you're a man that wants to, you're like, I'm not a cheater, I just like multiple women. Okay, fine. Let them know that. If you can't let them know that, maybe you ain't the dude that you claim you are. I am who I say I am, so I can be honest with women that I'm dealing with that I have other women. If you can't be that man, then you're not who you say you are. Women deserve to hear the truth, bro. They deserve to make a decision for themselves whether they want to deal with that or not. They deserve it because they're human just like you are, and you wouldn't want the truth. If a woman has 9 kids, do you want to find out 4 months later? She been hiding her 9 kids every time you go over, everything's cleaned up. Don't look like there's no kids. The kids was at the mom's house. And then one day you pop up to bring her some flowers and there's kids everywhere and toys flying across the room. It's craziness. Now you're like, whoa. Who's all these kids? Oh, they're mine. Jay said, I used to be scared to tell the truth, worried that it would cut off access. Now I live by YOLO. He lives by the truth. And Kate is right. I'd rather have the pure option to make a decision. Women deserve to be able to make a decision if you're a man and you're going to date multiple women. I do. And I can be honest with all of the women that I deal with. Hey, I got to see her because she has this position. My beard is not a filter, no. She has this position, so I got to see her. You're going to have to be cool with that. And I'll be honest with you, there ain't enough good men to go around. That's the reality of it. There's more women than men anyway. Y'all thought I forgot about the charms for the people that donated to the show and who gave into the show. Thank you, my boy Julius, for supporting the show. I appreciate it. Y'all thought I forgot. Thank you, Shot-Town Fox, for supporting the show. I appreciate it. See, who else we got to thank? Who else we got to thank? My boy ZF Experience, thank you for supporting the show. Appreciate you. Thank you, Carmine, for supporting the show. Hitting the Cash App and supporting the show. Thank you so much for supporting. My boy Cino supported. My boy T Dixon supported. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. My boy Josh Rhodes, thank you, brother. Appreciate you supporting. To my brother Ben, thank you for supporting. He said, I got your back, brother. Shot-Town said, a little help for you. Julie said, support. Cino said, help. Thank you. The ZF said, legal fund. I appreciate y'all. Who else I got? Julius again. Thank you, Julius. Appreciate you. Let's see where we are on our donations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 11 more people at the Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. If you don't have it, click my face up in the left-hand corner, go into the bio. It is there for you. Now, here's the next thing that I want to talk about for the men. For a long time, I personally would let women say anything that they wanted to say and basically just tune it out. But it was abuse. F you just like blah, blah, blah. You ain't S, you this, do that. And you'd be like, whatever. You can't sit around for that type of abuse as a man. You don't need to be around abuse because you're trying to achieve something great. And then you got someone talking down and negative on you. You don't need to be around for that. You need to nip that in the bud whenever it first starts. And the way you do it, you say, listen, love, if you want me to be around and stay around, you cannot call me out of my name. You cannot yell and scream at me. You can't put your hands on me. You can't threaten me. And you can't emasculate me or guilt or shame me. You can't do those things. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you about anything that you feel or see. I'm happy to do it. But that's abuse. And that's just something I can't accept. And I will have to leave if that's going to happen. Period. 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 If a woman ever threatens you that she's going to call the police on you, leave and never come back. Leave and never come back. Leave and never come back. Listen, if a woman threatens to call the police on me, she will never see me again because that says to me that you are untrustworthy because I've done nothing to you to call the police. So if you're telling me you're going to call the police on me, I'm out. You threaten that you're going to get your brothers or your dad or somebody on me or your baby daddy, I'm out. And you'll never talk to me again. You'll never see me again. It doesn't matter if I love you or I care about you. You're threatening my freedom. And a lot of men are going to have to learn very quickly how to separate the love that you have for a person with the damage that they can do to you. I'm going to say it again. Men have got to figure out a way to separate the love that they have for a person and the damage that person can do to you. And a lot of you guys have a hard time doing that. And it ends up coming back to cost you something that you never wanted it to cost you. It's really that simple, dog. You can't have that shit, man. You can't have somebody threatening to call the police on you. You can't have somebody threatening to call a baby dad on you, threatening to use a weapon against you. You cannot have that. You got to move on. You don't get into a relationship to make things harder. You get into a relationship to make things easier. It's really that simple. That's it for today's live, guys. I might do another one later on. Oh, no, time out. We got overtime. So Ready to Eat said, if you were a real man, you would not be asking on the first date what you bring to the table. I'll ask her to come up and explain herself. Let's see if she'll come up and explain. Because I think what do you bring to the table is a very poignant question that should be asked. I find that this question is, let me put it this way. I can understand why many women don't like this question. And the answer is very simple. They don't have anything. They don't bring anything to the table. And the poom poom that they're going to give you is a little bit musty and it's beat up. So they don't want to ask you, they don't want you to ask them a question that they can't give an answer to. Because they don't have anything. They can bring some student loan debt and some bills and some kids, many. But a woman that knows that she's got serious things to bring to the table, because she's not going to have a problem with that question, because women are asking us what we bring to the table. Right? And you're showing what you bring to the table. They come and eat, you pay. You put them on the inside so a car won't jump the curb and hurt them. Men are in protection and provision mode from the first time they go on a date. They're in protection mode. And see, she's an example of what we're talking about. When they don't like something, they want to insult you, shame you, guilt you. And you don't have to worry about that. Let them go on about their business. Don't be insulted or shamed or guilt. A lot of women don't have anything to bring to the table. So you asking them that question can be hard for them. It's like asking somebody that wants to buy a house with bad credit, what's your credit score? That's uncomfortable. They want to purchase a house, but they got bad credit. And you ask them, what's your credit score? It's going to be uncomfortable for them. A person should be able to ask you a question that pretty much says to them, what type of value add are you to their lives? If I can ask you what value add you are to my life, and all you can say is this, that's not enough. I need much more than that. Now, if you tell me I'm an excellent listener, I'm a good communicator, I believe in helping, what up, my boy Lewis, good to see you. I believe in helping people. I believe in supporting my man, mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm the type of woman that does this, this, and this, and this for my man. Now you're telling me what you bring to the table. But if I ask you that and you'd be like, a real man wouldn't ask a woman. A real man would provide everything on the table. Man, go ahead and pay for your own stuff. I'm leaving. Go ahead, pay for your own stuff. Like, so many men have a hard time just saying, okay, it was nice to meet you. This is not going to work out. Have a good day, and leaving. Why? Why? You're like, hey, this is not going to work out. I like a woman who can answer that question. You can't answer that question. It's not going to work out. It was nice meeting you, and move about your business. You scared you ain't going to get no other woman? And then you do all of this and you get the poom poom and it's a little bit musty. The poom poom is dry and a little bit musty. And now you upset. You can't even feel nothing really. It's dry and a little bit musty. You in the poom poom, you catch a wet streak every third stroke. And now you upset. What you upset for? Why are you mad? And I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real, man. Men are so in a mindset of, well, I got to see it through, make sure I hit it, that they're not really understanding what they're doing to their self-esteem or their own reputation. And then a lot of times men will get in these long situationships with women who absolutely annoy the hell out of them just for some cheeks. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not. It ain't ever going to be worth it. Well, guys, thanks for everybody who supported the show today. Thanks for everybody clicking on the screen, all of the people that came up on the panel. I appreciate you guys, everybody that gave. I appreciate y'all's support. I got some work to do, but I'm going to try to do a late night Get Right live as well. Thank you, guys. See y'all soon.